Hey guys, today's topic is all about service and service tactics. Imagine playing against an opponent that always wins 2 points on his serve. It's really hard to win against an opponent like that, right? A strong service will put enormous pressure on your opponent. I want you to become that kind of dangerous player. I will now teach and build a very effective, easy to use service game for you to bring you to the next level. Yes boy, let's grind. Time for the blueprint. Your main 4 variations plus tactics. An important rule which you need to know is, goal of your service is not to make a direct point, but rather to get a comfortable ball to attack or get into your game. Don't make your goal to make an immediate point with your serve. Nowadays, everyone has a very strong backhand banana flick, but not a good backhand push. So the first service in your repertoire will be the flat, heavy downspin service. Let me demonstrate you. Like I already mentioned in my other service tutorials, hold your racket like this. No need to high toss. Low toss is enough. Keep it simple. I always like to remind everyone, when you hit the ball, squeeze your fingers, tighten up your wrist for immense spin. Make sure to make this service as flat as possible. Make it bounce at least 3 times on your opponent's side. The goal of this service is to limit the options of your opponent. The goal is to make him push with his backhand. Some opponents will try to receive with forehand. So place a towel here. This will make you improve to serve in your opponent's deep backhand. Now, after you have done your service, get into neutral position as fast as possible. Keep your hand above the table, so you can 3 possibilities. Either flip attack a short ball, spin a half long ball into the middle of your opponent, attack a long ball with both sides. Keep your hand above the table, so you're able to do all of these 3 methods. If you keep your hand here and the ball will be short, you'll be late. Understand? Downspin cut serves, keep your hand above the table. Welcome to your first service-receive combination. The second service of your repertoire is the side upspin flick induced serve. Let me show you. So, as the name of the serve already say, we want to induce the opponent to flick slowly with his forehand, so we can use his slow flick to attack the ball or get into the game. Again, hold the racket the same way as in the first serve. Low toss is totally fine again. No need high toss. At the downspin serve, we touch the ball here. So for the side upspin serve, we're gonna touch the ball on the side part and lift it up with our lower hand. Make sure to always tighten your wrist and squeeze your fingers at the contact point for maximum spin, and try to make the service as flat as possible too. We want your opponent to flick slowly. You can make it bounce 2 times on the side of your opponent, and again place the towel so you can perfect your placement. Obviously, you should not hit the towel. Why we want this service to be placed into the deep forehand? Because we don't want our opponent to go there with backhand banana. We really want to force him to receive this serve with his forehand. Nowadays, everyone has a good banana flip, but a bad backhand push. Same goes for the forehand. Nowadays, everyone has a very good forehand push, but a bad forehand flick. So with these combinations, with these serves, we are putting our opponents out of his comfort zone. We're applying uncomfortable pressure on him. After the serve, get back into neutral position as fast as possible and place your hand higher than usual. Because you will get a flick, it is very unlikely that you will get back a strong push. Now your tactics after the serve should be, wherever your opponent will flick, we will use this ball to attack and get into the game. We're gonna try and aim for his middle. Why? Because after a forehand flick, it's very hard to get back fast into the middle. So we are constructing an effective game. And just in case if the opponent will decide to push the ball, it will most likely be a high ball, which we gonna attack into his middle too. Now, important information. You always need to keep your opponent guessing. Let's say he figured out your 2 service combinations. Now it's time for another one that will totally confuse him. Time for the fast, long side spin serve into your opponent's middle. So now we're getting into your opponent's mind. Let's say you're about to serve your 3rd serve in a game. Right now, your opponent is already calculating the possibilities. Your opponent will think, okay, I'm gonna wait for a heavy downspin serve here, I'm gonna wait for an upspin serve here, and you're surprising him. You will serve a fast side spin serve into his middle. He will be surprised because we are using the power of the unexpected. Now you're 1 step ahead of him. Again, you know, low toss is enough. The first bounce of your service needs to be in this area, as near as possible to your side. And the second bounce needs to be as near on the white line of your opponent's side as possible. Use your right body power to transform power into the ball. As always, tighten up your fingers and wrist when hitting the ball. Touch the ball the same way as on the side spin serve and aim for the middle line of your opponent's table side. Again, after the serve, return fast into neutral position and allow yourself to risk and attack the ball wherever you want. Allow yourself to risk here. Trust me, it will make your opponent go mad. And now you might think, what are the other options? I promised you a 4th one. What is the next combo? Simplicity is the key to brilliance, so we are keeping it simple here. But at the same way, we are bringing chaos to our opponent. The 4th option is simply a change of spin of the first 2 serves. That means, now imagine, we are in a match and we did our first 3 serves. Downspin backhand, side spin forehand, long fast, side spin middle. Now we're gonna use one of the strongest power in the universe, the power of the unexpected. It's time to switch up. Now we are going to serve side spin short into our opponent's backhand, downspin short into our opponent's forehand. So the opponent will most likely be not confident enough to play a strong backhand banana. That's exactly what we want now. We let our opponent start with a slow backhand banana. We keep our hand up and no matter where he plays, we're gonna attack his middle. Our opponent is waiting for a side spin service into a forehand, but we are going to switch up to a downspin serve in his forehand. We're gonna wait for a weak push because he wasn't expecting that. Again, hand above the table, ready to attack. Your person's service cycle now consists of 5 service variations. So after this cycle of 5 serves has ended, you return to the beninging and start a cycle again. Be 1 step ahead of your opponent and use the power of variation and the power of the unexpected. That's how to always make 2 points on your own serve. I would even recommend you to write down the combinations to really have them stuck inside your head. Now, when you start to play a match, you already have a big head start. Be patient and practice your serves and combinations. Don't rush, it will take time. But once you mastered it, you will become insanely hard to beat. Thank you guys for watching our video. Please make sure to subscribe to our channel. This video is really insanely important. It took me years to master this. Use these tactics and you will become insanely hard to beat, trust me. Also, kindly check out my other videos as well. I think there's a lot to learn. And thanks for helping me by subscribing so I can provide free, valuable content for you to improve.